All right. Well, anybody kind of psyched out like I am with the climate change? I try to figure out the weather. I never know how to dress for the weather. You know, I don't have a vehicle. I'm a public transportation guy. Anybody else feel me on that? Yeah. Or are you guys the ones that pass by and go, look at that guy? You know, people always do that. You know, they pass by you and they go, yeah, I saw you. Well, why didn't you offer me a ride? You know, they just keep going.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So, I carry, I try to be prepared for everything. So I end up carrying stuff in my bags. And I end up carrying like bigger bags. And ladies, I love you. I love you, ladies. But that's just not an attractive thing for guys to like walk around with big bags, right? You know, I mean, the only ladies that I get, you know, attracted to that is like the bag lady, for me. Hi, David. Hey, I got extra roll of toilet paper. Can you use that? Oh, I'm sorry, it's used already. Oh, I love you. Anyway, the whole thing with this climate change in 2012. Anybody into that vibe? You think something might happen? I don't know. We're getting closer and closer to that date. You know, I always hear these advertisements. They say, you know, buy gold, and I can't afford gold. I'm hoarding water. Yeah, I got water in my refrigerator. You know, because true story, there was the water was contaminated here on the west side for a little bit, and you know, you had to boil it, everything like that. I'm hoarding water in my refrigerator. You know, and making it look like it's full. So, you know, when people start, you know, something happens and, you know, we need to tap into the water, people start drinking their urine, they're going to be like, hey, David, can I said, no, you were laughing at me. You were laughing at me. You bought the gold, right? You keep your gold. I'm going to drink my fresh water. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yeah. Now. So, I'm not a good swimmer. Anybody like a swimmer? Good swimmer? Yeah? They've had all these predictions about an earthquake here in this country. They're talking about a 9-point something that will last several minutes long, like at least 5 minutes long. Kind of scary. It was in the paper. It was in the Tribune like last week. I read that and wait, what? So what am I going to do? You know, I'm not a good swimmer, so what am I going to do? I'm going to look around, and the nearest people, I'm going to look around and grab them for flotation devices. Actually, some of you guys look like pretty good flotation devices. If we had that tsunami come in, you know, I'd have to grab, you know, somebody has to live to tell the story about what happened. You know, it might as well be me. I'll tell your story. Especially the people that said they were swimmers, so, right? No. Oh, by applause. Is everybody getting enough? Okay, it's a cerebral thing. We don't even have to say what it is. You get it? You getting it? He said what? Obviously, he's not getting it. He don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, fellas, when we like finish too early, when we're with our lady and we finish too early, women can get revenge on us now if we got a lot of money right now, because they have this space hotel that they are building right now in outer space. You used to be able to just go to the hotel, no-tel, motel. They're developing a hotel in outer space right now, and it's supposed to be finished by the year 2012. The catch to that, you know how much it's going to cost? It's like $4.4 million. And it's going to be an 8-week training course that you got to go to in the islands to do this. This billionaire is putting up the money for it. That way, you cover yourself. If you got the money to do that, you start saving for it now. It's impossibly out of my budget. But if you're in a financial league to do that, you know, and you find yourself falling asleep on your lady because you finished first, ladies, you can demand that they take you to this outer space hotel And you can tell them that if the sex was quick, and it wasn't that good, you can say, at least the sex was out of this world. You got bragging rights for that. I'm not getting enough. I'll fill in the blank for you. I'll fill in the blank. Yeah, I've been. Anybody here single? Single people. Let's hear it. No, let's hear by applause. Married people, let's hear applause. Okay. I've been married and I've been single. I'm single now, but and I don't get enough either way. But let me tell you the difference. Single, I don't get enough. I made dinner for this lady and I did everything. I did, a whole 9 yards and everything like that. End of the night, kiss, good night. What do you mean, kid? What do you mean, good night? I need some. I'm not getting enough.
Well, then you should skip the dinner.
I got that hug. I got that hug where, I couldn't even find the lips. She just she would reach out for the hug, and I'm like, okay, now something started to happen. The head turned all the way over, and it's just and I'm just my lips are they're big, but they're not that big to stretch and wrap around and get your lip. I'm like, that's all that happened. You guys ever do? You take a lady out and you think something's gonna happen, and nothing happens. Same thing happens when you're married. Now, okay, I've been married and not married. You get more sex when you're married. That's true. I saw statistics, and that's been my experience. It's just it's there, but you got to negotiate. You got to work harder. Foreplay is foreplay to the 10th power. You got to work hard. Because usually what I find is that it comes down to okay, honey, yeah, but you got to help with the chores. And here's a honey-do list. And you're like, oh my God. You start checking off the list, and by the time it's the end of the night, time for that moment, you're like, I'm tired. Experts say that we're supposed to be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Did you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep? I don't know anybody that gets 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I think we're just sleep deprived. Sleep deprived. Any snorers in the house? Anybody snore? In the audience? Yeah. If you're not sure, do what I do. I check your rib cage, because whoever you've been sleeping with has been banging them with their elbow, and you got some bruises around your rib cage. That means you're a snorer. Yeah. You ever sleep with a snorer? Snorers can be. I was sleeping one time, and I was just I was nodding off, and I woke myself up. I was snoring so loud. I couldn't believe that. That happens. You're waking yourself up snoring. And I had, one time I had a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, sleeping in bed. All of a sudden I hear boom. I hear this sonic boom, I was like, what is that, And then I look up and raise the covers, and I find that she had farted. And the vapors of that fart, how those potent ones are under the covers? They just the vapors just knocked me out, and I just fell back to sleep. I didn't know what happened after that. Yeah. You don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Those undercover farts, those are mean. They'll take you out, take you under. I had another time, an ex-girlfriend, I was sleeping, and I just I woke up because I was out of air, and I knew she was probably putting a pillow over my face trying to shut me up because I was so loud, And I woke up one time and I had a girlfriend, she was looking at me like she wanted to kill me. I had to end that relationship. I want to die awake. I want to see something coming. I don't want to die in my sleep. Where you ever sleep with your mouth open, fall asleep, and your mouth is open, and you wake up, and I know if you're like me, sometimes fellas, you've seen your lady fall asleep with her mouth open, and you've been tempted to do, how should I say, sensual things with your woman's mouth open. Don't do it. You know why? Don't do it. You know why? It's called teeth. Teeth. It hurts. You end up walking with a limp. Anybody drool in their sleep? Any droolers? Yeah? You know how you can tell when you drool in your sleep, you wake up, pillows all pasted against your face. You don't even have to shave. You just pull that thing off, just peel it off. Drooling. And you wake up with a really dry mouth. Not fun. But last year, I remember probably one of the surprising things in the memorial last year for Micheal Jackson was I thought Kobe Bryant did better than Magic Johnson. Yeah. Kobe Bryant said, Micheal Jackson, Guinness Book of World Records for most charitable giving. I didn't know that. Like, oh, okay, Kobe, check it off. I was like, And then came Magic. It's like, oh boy, Magic. Yeah, I remember me and Micheal Jackson, we ate a bucket of fried chicken together. And I'm just like, oh, as a black man, I'm thinking, oh man, I love you, Magic, but that's one assist we didn't need, brother. That's one assist we didn't need. Sometimes bosses and employers, they're trying to cut back, and so they don't give you like a full-blown party. They'll have like the potluck, right? So it can make it sound like they appreciate you, but you're actually paying for it. The potluck. You gotta watch out for that. I went to an office potluck one time, and this lady, she was getting promoted or moving somewhere else. She was going to another job, and she had brought chocolate cake for everybody. She had this knife that she was wielding, and there was this one guy in particular, I don't know, his name was Michael or something. Make sure Michael gets a piece of this cake. She wasn't really smiling. It was like a vindictive kind of thing. But I noticed one thing. All of us that were eating that chocolate cake, we were getting sick. We were like, oh my God, I call it, beware of the passive-aggressive postal employees during these potluck times. Yes, they might be trying to do something and get even the score. You don't know what you did. You don't know what somebody else did. You're eating their food, and they're getting even with you, You're taking a bite of that, what you think is chocolate cake. You go, it doesn't taste like chocolate cake. Sitting here, drinking the Kool-Aid, spitting it out. It doesn't taste like lemonade. You get angry employees. Not everybody's happy with their job. There's some people that are just upset and won't mind taking it out on you and me. We have a cold economy. Things are really tight. We live in the downtown. Anybody get hit up by panhandlers, or is it just me? I got like a radar for panhandlers. They're like, hey, and I see them coming way across. I'm going, oh boy, they're coming to me. What am I wearing? Do I look like I'm rich? I'm walking. I don't have a car. Why are they coming to me? Hey, can you guys? I said, no. I don't believe in being me. Because some people are just honestly down on their luck. Some people are scamming, but some people are honestly down on their luck. People that are really mean-spirited, and they'll try to intimidate you into giving them money and giving them change, right? So you got to know how to defend yourself. Especially ladies, you got to know what to do. And these guys come and, try to intimidate their ways. You got to use psychological warfare. So here's a way to defend yourself. Get 2 pieces of bread. 2 pieces of bread and a brownie. You don't even have to cook the brownie. It could be uncooked. You get somebody come up to you and go, hey, give me some money. Give me your what? I need some money. And you start getting scared. You take that bread and you put it in between that brownie and you take a bite and you go, I love my doo-doo sandwich. I made it myself. Here, you want a bite of my doo-doo sandwich? And I guarantee they'll leave you alone. They'll leave you alone. It works. The doo-doo sandwich defense. Here's another idea I have for stimulating the economy. All these economic stimulus packages, and part of our problem is that we base our currency on gold. We need to base our currency on the most beautiful women in the world, and that's you women here in the United States of America. We need to put you hot women on our currency. The dead presidents, we gotta rest in peace, we got a new edition of hot women, front, the back, and if it doesn't work enough, and we still need some more economic stimulus, for the ladies, because the economy's still not stimulating and getting things up like it's supposed to, more cleavage. Or better yet, for you, people, maybe conservative Bible Belt folks that are out there going, oh my word, okay, here's what you can do then. Some of you ladies, You can just like do it, you shave the eyebrows, right? And then make that exclamation point like you're really excited. Economic stimulus. Hey! Also, here's another thing too, and I'll close with this, is that, people will be wondering, hey, what are you doing? I'll be looking at, I'll be going, oh my God. What are you doing over there, David? You messing around? No, I'm counting my money. Thank you, I'm David Little. Thank you for listening. Don't forget that. Stop.